Good morning and welcome to my stream. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been playing the drums for well over 20 years now, and most of it has been rudimental and concert percussion stuff and a little bit on drum kit. So it's an area that I've got a lot of stuff to focus on and a lot of stuff to improve. Speaking of, I'm going to be working through this book. It's called 50 Ways of Syncopation, and it is by Dom Moyo. Dom Moyo is a professor at Arizona State University, teaches all over the place. Fantastic drummer. And you can actually find his book if you go to Gear I Use on my website. It's jaredoleary.com/gear. And then just click on the books, and then you can go there. There's no kickback or anything for me. This is just me promoting somebody that I think is an awesome person. Phenomenal player, great educator. And yeah, got some good books. I've got the majority of his books in my personal collection, so I highly recommend it for you. We're going to be working through these, and I've got a chart here. And on the last stream, I did number 15. I'm going to be doing number 16, which is to play a slow 16th note swung pattern while you read through charts at double time. What charts, might you ask? On my website, there's over 1,300 hours of free drumming content on here. And if you scroll down past the chop stuff, then past the permutations, we get into some charts. I'll be adding more in the coming months, but we're going to go ahead and actually do charts 6 through 10. These are kind of more fun to play with this kind of a pattern. And the last time I did this, I did it at 152, and it was meh. 151 was meh. All of these were ugh. So let's go a little bit slower. Let's go to 150 right here. And if we go into the description, you could jump to a specific BPM on every one of the several hundred play-alongs on my website. They're free. It's all on YouTube. But my website is the best way to go because the YouTube channel has a bunch of gaming content, a bunch of podcast content for computer science educators. So this is the speed that I'm playing this at, but everything else will be as written. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Still meh at the moment. Not a total train wreck though. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, still a little shaky, but it's workable. Again, I'm practicing here, trying to improve. I'm grinding for XP, as my shirt says. Okay. Survived so far, folks. Let's see if our hero can continue on the journey. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay. Last one for this particular pattern. It's getting better. Here we go. Survived. All right, so we're gonna go back to the progress journal, and we're gonna say I played this at 150, and it was kind of between. Well, it was meh. Let's be real. I was making progress. Success. Okay. Oh, yikes. Next one. Let's see. So the next one. Whoops. Too far. Nope. 17. That one. Needs a lot of work. Okay, so this is swung cymbal. Snare plays the line. While the bass drum fills in all the triplets. Ugh. Yeah, I can see why that one needs a lot of work. So I tried it at 80. It was out of control previously, then it was making progress, so we'll try it at 80 again. And then I'll do a stretch massage routine after that. As long as I remember. Help remind me, chat. I'm gonna forget. Okay, we're gonna go to swung. Actually, I'm gonna warm up first with the swung 8th note permutations. And nope, not at 120. Thanks for the offer, though. Oh, and before I forget, I need to add something here. Go there, go here, click there. Okay, what am I doing? I'm adding in a comment so people know where to find the free drumming stuff. And I was going to do that right before I jumped on, and then I forgot. I know, super exciting stream right now. Just looking at me, looking at something that you can't see. And we go there, and we paste it. And pin it so people can find it. Sweet. All dunesies. 80 permutations. Flip this upside down. Uh-oh. YouTube volume is low. Whoop. 1, 2, ready, and 2. Here we go. Oh. And that's why we started with the permutations as opposed to just jumping into the charts. because I would have totally had myself, considering how that first line went. Okay, I think my brain is like mentally prepared for this now, so let's go into the charts. It's not going to sound great yet, but that's why we're grinding for XP. We are practicing here, folks. And we're going to go to 80. Here we go. Two. Oh my goodness, it's slow. 1, 2, here we go. Alright. So it said previously, endurance was the issue, which, yeah, I get it. That's a lot of bass drum notes. And I wasn't quite sure, like, what kind of technique I should use for this. In terms of, like, the Jojo Mayer or what. Here we go. Yo! How are you? Ugh. This one's a hard one. Hence why I'm practicing it, to try and get it better. Alright. Give my foot a little break. If you're just joining, I'm reading through the charts while I'm filling in triplets with the bass drum. That's the pattern I'm working on from this book. I couldn't recover. It's too hard to jump back into that. Whew. This is definitely working the bass drum. Okay, giving the foot a little break. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, chart 3. Okay, that was better than chart 2, but my leg is definitely getting tight. I need to improve my bass drum technique, I think. It's not something I've ever focused on, because again, rudimental's my primary. Drum kit is something I've done only a little bit of. Here we go. Okay. Surviving. Final chart for this pattern. Then we'll try a different one. It's funny how the EAD 10 can't pick up all these ghost notes. 1, 2, here we go. Was rough. All right. I survived it, though. Still needs a lot of work. Kind of getting meh, but overall I was making progress on it, so I'm happy with that. Permutations first. Well, that's not how you spell that, but that's fine. All right, so that was chart 17. We're going to go into 18 here in a minute, but first I'm going to stretch and massage, so let's do that. So first stretch that I like to do, you take your sticks, you hold them like this, and then you pull one under, you follow, and you end up like this. It looks like from the other view. And then you just hold this. Yeah. And then you go back out the way you came. If you're doing traditional, which I don't do anymore, hold it this way. And then rotate it the other way and hold it that way. But that's not my jam anymore. Now I'm going to stretch the tendons. So I'm going to do one at a time. You could do two at a time on your drum or on the wall. Don't put all your weight on it. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just trying to get nice and relaxed. Unlike my dog, who is on her doggo bed, trying to burrow into it. All right, we switched hands. Ooh, this one's tighter. Okay, now I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearms. Stretching down. Again, you can do this on like your legs. You could do this on your drum. You could do it on a wall. The higher you go, the deeper your stretch, but don't put all your weight into it. And let's actually just do both at a time. We'll save some time. And now I'm going to do thumbs. Stretching the fingers 2 at a time. So we're doing thumb to thumb. And then we'll do index to index. Ah, yeah. And then middle, middle. Dummy noise. Ring to ring. Ring to non-ring. And pinkies. Alright, next I'm going to massage. So I'm massaging with the thumb on top and the fingers massaging underneath. Ooh, this is a good one. And then I'm switching. Okay, now we switch to the other side. Okay. I do this routine every single time I drum, whether I'm doing chops, tenors, drum kit, whatever. Highly recommend it. I'm massaging the back of the hand with fingers and the palm with the thumb. Just trying to loosen everything up. And then we go from base to tip. Massaging the fingers 2 to 3 times, maybe 4. Depends on how each finger's doing. That one's tight. And there. And now this one. And then switch to the other hand. Sounds like it might still be sprinkling outside. Nice. Born and raised in a desert, so I like the rain, unlike most people. It's a rare treat. Although this last year in Arizona, it's rained a lot. Sound like my grandpa here. Alright, let's get some water. Nice. Alright. Spilled some water on my leg. Nice. Alright. Now we're going to go back to here. We're going to do brushwork. Okay. One headphone off helps. Yeah, I agree. Let's put these right here. Perfect. Completely missed the stick bag. Alright, so. Let's see how well you can hear that. Stay tuned, folks. We'll find out. Okay, so this one is swung brush on snare, short on hi-hat, and long on bass. Okay, easy enough. And I did it at 120. And it was technically proficient, making progress. So let's do 120 again. On all of these, if you go into the description, you can just jump straight to a BPM. And again, link to it is at the top of the screen. jaredillery.com/drum. 1,300 hours of free drumming content. Oops. A 1, 2, ready, and... morning. Did I play the wrong pattern? I may have. No. Okay, short on hi-hat. Cool. Just make sure. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Trying. I like how it like randomly triggers the snare on the E8010. Let's move this. It's sliding. Okay. Got my grinding for XP shirt on, so trying to get 1,000 XP. I am multi-streaming. So there's multiple chats up. So if you don't see someone talking in your chat, they're probably in another one. Or I'm off my meds. My hi-hat sliding. I think it's safe to say that what I tried to set up for today did not work to prevent it from sliding. Oops. Read that wrong. Another reading error. So it's important to think when you're doing this, if you come up to a problem spot, was it because you read it wrong, because you're thinking about something and were distracted, or was it a coordination error? If it's a coordination error, cool, work on it. Break it down. All the other errors, don't worry about. Just try and focus. And maybe don't talk. Agreed. Ah. Read it wrong. Ooh, my left leg was getting tired at the end. All right, so 120. It was mostly technically proficient, a little meh at times. Whoops. Didn't hit pause there. Okay. Not that you can hear it, but I can. Mostly technically proficient, making progress on it still. It's just that endurance thing with the foot and, you know, the not sliding. Okay, so now the 18.1 is the opposite of that. So bass drum is on the short and the hi-hat is on the long notes. So this one, I did it at 120 and is meh. Interesting. All right, so let's try 115. And we're going to go back to my website, jaredleary.com/drum. Pass the trop stuff, pass the permutation stuff into here. And we're going to do charts 6 through 10. We'll go 115, so we can slow this down a little bit. On all of these, if you go to this description, we can jump to a BPM by clicking the timestamp. It makes your life so much easier for practicing. And now we go way slower than that. I don't know why I like traditional so much with playing brushes. I'm intentionally trying to break that habit. 1, 2, ready, and... Ah. Used to putting a hi-hat there. Yeah, so these patterns, some of them are not very interesting to play with charts, but it opens up your coordination abilities, so that way when you're improvising while reading through charts, you can do a pattern like this, but you might not actually read through a whole thing this way. This would sound weird. Just trying to expand your vocabulary. Ah. I have a tendency to read 18 instead of 18.1. One, two, here we go. I read it the wrong way. I was going with the old version. Yeah, none of that was coordination issues. That was all reading issues. Okay. Still slipping and sliding. It's like we're at the water park. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... All right, last chart. A 2, a 1, 2, here we go. Ah. Don't know why that screwed me up so much. Ah! Talking screwed me up. So that was 115, and it was mostly technically proficient. A lot of the mishaps were just reading errors, and I was making progress on it. Wasn't necessarily the most fun to play, but hey, I'm grinding for XP. It happens. Samba feet, brushes on snare, accent the line. Oh, hi, Minnie. Look. Little doggo. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? Want to say hi? Yes. He's a good dog. We had a dog who ended up dying in July of this last year. And she would come sit right next to me, like right here, if I would be practicing. Every time. It was super cute. Okay. Yeah, you're a good dog. Everyone likes you. All right. So Samba feet. So Samba feet is... And brushes on snare, accent the line with... Oh, and then eighth notes. Okay, so filling in. So we're gonna... While we play eighth notes on basically anything that is not written. So 155 was musical and fun. All right, well, then let's try 160. So we need to go back to jaredoleary.com/drum, and we're going to go to the drum charts down here. We're going to do straight. And we'll try 160. Nope, not whatever that tempo is. And show more. We go to the very first one. A 1, 2, ready, and... I like this one. It's fun. It's groovy. Not that you can hear all of it, because, you know, don't have an actual head. Okay. Making it a little bit more musical. Not that you can hear, because you can't hear much of this. I was just thinking, oh, I've got another snare drum that I could use that doesn't have mesh heads on it. And then I was like, no, wait, I don't. We gave it away. 1, 2, ready, and... Slow down a little bit on the foot at the end. A 1, a 2, here we go. Alright, that was fun. I dug it. 160. You couldn't hear it. I was being musical with it. So, like, some of the... Instead of just playing a single note, leading into the taps, I'd do like a little diddle. That's overemphasizing it, but just to make it more musical, more fun. Once you get past technically proficient, then make it more musical. Once you can read the charts accurately, cool. Make it sound great. Swung cymbal, short notes on hi-hat. Okay, so we're done with this. This one needs a lot of work. Headphones off left ear helps. Does it now? Oh, is it too loud or something? That's weird. Stake number 1. Stake number 2. Let's put these away. Okay, so this one... Swung cymbal. Short notes on hi-hat with long on bass, snare, fills triplets. Why? I guess because I can't hear the left one. Okay. Nice. My pad fell. Okay, this one's going to be hard. 85 needs a lot of work. Let's do permutations, and we'll start at 80. And it was left foot on... Actually, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this. Because, like, with both of these, it's going to take... Yeah, let's try it. Well, what's the next one? Right hand plays a line on ride cymbal. Okay, so that one's easy. I'm going to do these couple because I'm nearing the end of the stream. And so I'm going to come back to these in 2 days when I do some more of this. So we'll warm up with these and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so at 120, let's try 125. So this is swung. And we're going to... etc. Okay? Whoops. Back on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. And 120, right? 125. Okay, so a few clicks faster. 125. Flip that upside down. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, aim. A 1, 2, here we go. Ah! Alright. This one's a fun one. Still able to keep it musical while playing 5 clicks faster than I did last time. 1, 2, here we go. So I moved a hi-hat, but the crash was in hitting it. So I was trying to adjust that. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and turning into Dave Matthews. Crash into me. I don't want it to do that. Alright, final chart for this pattern, and then we're going to do a variation of this where it adds the bass drum onto the long notes. So I'll do that with charts 6 through 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Ah. Alright. That was a powerful sneeze, and it didn't screw up the plan. Success. Alright, so that was 125, and it was musical, and I had fun with it. I dug it. Could have gone faster. Speaking of... Alright, so 120 last time. Now all we're doing is the same thing. We're just adding in bass drum on the long notes. Let's go back to my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. And we're going to go to this part, 6 through 10, swunged. And we're going to try to 130. No, not 152. Thanks, though. Appreciate it. 130. We'll see how this goes, folks. Oops. One, two, ready, aim. Alright, 130 felt fine. One, two. It looks like you can't hear any of those. EAD doesn't really pick up those ghost notes. Oh, 1, 2, here we go. Whoops. Alright, 2 more charts with this pattern. Aw, Minnie's asleep. She's so cute. Here we go. Last chart. Avanti, here we go. Well, that was weird. Got wonky at the end, but otherwise it was musical. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And we're gonna call it here. Try and get about an hour in. So I already did those. Oh, okay. So that's gonna really mess with my foot. I'm gonna need some weights for the hi-hat to try and keep it down. Thank you, anybody who stopped by. Says on Twitch. Dr. Barker Lab on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. I will be on tonight doing Dying Light 2. It will be... What time is that going to be? Let's look. So if we actually go to my website, if you go to jaredoleary.com/schedule or just when is my next stream on here, then that will show you. So 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That's the plan. And when you click on here, you can see where I'm multi-streaming on any one of these. Tomorrow will be some more drum chops and whatnot, and Returnal, and then more drum kit again on Friday. So stay tuned and stay up to date right here. But thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will maybe see you tonight or another day. Goodbye.